Hello and welcome to this special episode of Steelfur Speaks. We have exciting announcements for you guys today. You can see my energy is up. The calling is coming back to Europe. This time it will not be cancelled by COVID. It is going to be exciting. It is going to be epic. And I am delighted to be probably one of the first people to tell you guys when it's happening, where it's happening. And we also have a giveaway of a Fabled event ticket that is happening in this episode. So thank you, LSS, for that and for this opportunity. Okay, let's get down to it. The calling was cancelled in the Netherlands due to COVID. It's not going to get cancelled this time. Europe is getting vaccinated. Everyone is very excited. It has not been announced yet on the website, so I am recording this video in secret, in advance, for you guys, so that this can go live exactly when I can announce the news. 11 a.m. Central European Time on the 10th of February. Where is the calling going to be? Can we take any guesses? It was in the Netherlands before. The guess was always going to be somewhere in Central Europe. What do we think? And the answer, my friends, is that we are going to Poland. Calling Krakow is going to be happening on the 14th to 17th of April in Poland. It is going to be happening at the Stara Zadzieżnia. I can't pronounce that properly. I dated a Polish girl for ages, but it doesn't stick so well. Which is, as I understand it, a big beer hall in the center of Krakow. You can see right there, the middle of Krakow. For those of you who are listening to this from America and don't really understand things, Krakow is the second largest city in Poland. Poland is this country right next to Germany and the Czech Republic. It's a great country. Europeans love to go there because the beer is really good. The cathedrals and stuff like that. I mean, just up the road from the venue, you've got the old town in Krakow. Which is where the old buildings are. Again, for my American audience, you may not be so familiar with the idea of these old buildings, but, this is probably built a couple hundred years before the founding of your country. Anyway, get away from that. So right in the middle of Prague, so there's going to be plenty of hotels, plenty of trains. There's an airport. I said Prague, Krakow. It's going to be great. It's going to be amazing. I think it's a really good choice. I think Poland is very, very easy to get to. And also, for those of you who aren't aware, the Polish flesh and blood scene is, huge. They had over 90 people at their Road to Nationals. They did back-to-back Road to Nationals, one day after another, putting this event in Poland, rewarding their community for being as big as it is huge, and I am delighted to see it. So let's move on, I guess, to the giveaway, because I know a lot of people are going to be here at the start of the video for that giveaway. I have been given a Fabled events package to give away. I think 10 other content creators in Europe have those to give away as well. The value of this is about €110. It involves entry into the three main events. So there's a Super Armory, there's a main event, there's a Battle Hardened event. If you make day 2 and you can't play the Battle Hardened event, the ticket is exchangeable for prize wall tickets. You also get the main event playmat, which is a Pulse of Candlehole playmat, so kind of reusing the ones from the calling that was cancelled, which was to be expected. The special additional playmat is the Pulse of Eisenloft that you get as well. You also get one random drop rainbow foil Mentor promo, similar to the ones that were given out in the European event. So obviously, some of these prizes do feel a bit old now because the event was pushed back. The Americans have all had their calling, but I am still very excited because it is the first chance for most people in Europe to actually earn these prizes, and that is going to be hype for a lot of us for sure. So, competition to win a Fabled event package ticket. How do I enter? You need to tell me your best memory or story involving Poland. If you haven't been to Poland, then tell me your best memory and story involving something Polish, Polish friend, Polish beer. I'm leaving it broad and open, but, think of something Polish that you've encountered. Maybe it's the time you choked on some pierogi and you're like, okay, that's my Polish story. You had a big Polish sausage once, that, whatever. Keep it not PC. Keep it safe for work, though. I don't want stories about, anything inappropriate or anything like that. Just funny, emotional, beautiful. I don't really mind. It can be about a piece of architecture that changed how you thought about things, a Polish book you read, some Polish food you love, anything like that. I'm going to go through it. I'm going to pick the one I think resonates with me. And maybe I'll give something. I'll also give something to sort of the second and third place. and I'll pick the thing that resonates best with me, because this is just, you know, an open-ended competition. So we'll pick something that sounds very good, and we'll have 2 prizes for the runners-up, which will probably be from my giant box of cold foils here. And that is the competition. So something related to Poland. Preferably if you've been there, something about a trip you made, but equally if you've just got something Polish that has influenced your life in any way, put that out there, and we'll have a see and see which one I think catches my attention the best. So have fun, post that in the comments. I will go through them in probably a day or two after the competition. So you have 2 days, we'll say, because yeah, I've been told that the prize is going to be posted out on the 13th of February. So you will have until the, we'll say, this video is going live on the 10th. So you will have until Saturday we'll say Saturday evening. Yeah, sorry. I just got a text from someone. You will have until Saturday evening at 6 p.m. UK time, so that's 7 p.m. Central European Standard Time, to put your entry down. I will put that time in the description of this video so no one gets confused. So that is Saturday the 12th of February at 6 p.m. UK Standard Time to put your entry in the comments, and if you are selected, you will be winning this fabled event package. Now let's go into more details about the calling, right? There are lots of things to discuss. The 15th to the 17th of April, there is an event on the Friday. That event is being called the Team Blitz Beatdown. You pair up with 2 of your friends, and you play against everyone else in a constructed team event. And this will be 3 members. You each will pair off against everyone. The pairings will be done, and you'll win if you win 2 games out of 3 or 3 games out of 3. And you'll get prize tickets and prizes for that. We'll go into that in a bit more detail. Entry fee, €20 per player. It starts at 4:30 on Friday, so there is plenty of time. Now, we have the calling main event to announce. That is going to be very exciting, because unlike other callings, which have been focused on limited play, draft, and sealed, or classic constructed, this is actually going to be a 2-day Blitz constructed event, which I think is actually very, very exciting, because Everfest has just come out. We've seen loads of support for constructed heroes like Kasai, Benji, Datadol, KO, and those heroes are going to have a chance to shine at this event. Please, please, please do not go and win it with Ira. I will come to Poland myself and I will slap you in the face. I'm not actually going to slap you in the face, but you know what I mean. Someone other than Ira win. Please let this be won by a KO player who just rolls like 6s for 3 days. And please, judges, if he rolls 6s for the first day, take away his dice and replace it with, a fresh dice. But, if he just keeps rolling 6s, then that's all good. There's 50 quid to enter, €50. There is a kit that comes with the entry. You get a playmat if you've got a battle cry or a fabled ticket, which is the Candlehold playmat. You also have these great prizes. Now, I know there was a lot of hype because the American tournament said it was giving out the last extended art gold foil spring tunic. However, it's worth noting that this event is happening before that one, so this is not a lie. It will be giving out the second to last gold foil extended art spring tunic. So get in there. That will be very exciting. They are predicting, based on the structure, that they are going to potentially have over 500 players. And it is worth noting that they are adding an extra round if they do go above 556 players. That is the limit of their score. You will have to go X and 3 in to get in, or being in the top 64. There will be a top 8. And let's not get, make sure we're super, super excited about this. The calling... Oh, no, sorry, that's for a second event. I got a bit confused. There will be a top 8 cut, which will continue to be Blitz. There is something, however, exciting, because on the Sunday, there is a Battle Hardened event, which is giving out PTIs. There's 2 PTIs available for the first and second player. The winner also gets a gold cold foil legendary, which is really exciting. This is also Blitz constructed, but I have been told that the draft in the top 8 is going to be an Alpha Welcome to Wraith draft. So that is a box of Alpha Welcome to Wraith that is going to be opened and drafted by the top players in the Battle Hardened. So the Battle Hardened is going to be sealed deck Swiss. So it's going to be Welcome to Wraith Limited. This is very exciting. So people who've been practicing their Welcome to Wraith at the WTR event are going to play 6 rounds of Welcome to Wraith sealed deck, followed by a top 8 cut, which will be a Welcome to Wraith draft with Welcome to Wraith Alpha being drafted. Entry is £40, €40. Obviously, if you already have the Fabled event package, you can get into that as well. The packages are very similar to what we saw in the calling for Utrecht. You have a Super Armory, which I assume is the Friday event. You have the main event, you have the Battle Hardened, you have a Pulse of Candlehold and a Pulse of Eisenloft playmat, as well as a random drop gold for Rainbow Foil Mentor promo. You have the Calling Quest package, which is just the main event and the Battle Hardened. You get Pulse of Candlehold and a random mentor. You have main event only, which is €50. You do get the Pulse of Candlehold while stocks left. And you also have a side event package, which gets you in on Friday, gets you into 4 on-demand events, which will be drafts or on-demand constructed, gets you a Pulse of Eisenloft, and gets you 4 of the mentor promos. I think this is pretty exciting, pretty standard on the package. I'm just super delighted this is going in. On the Blitz side of things, I think this is going to be a big question that a lot of people ask. I've certainly asked it back to LSS, and we can talk about their reply when I announce the winners of the competition. But the question to move to Blitz will puzzle a lot of people. I know for a fact that a lot of people, think that Blitz is less of a it's less of a constructed format. It's less of a reliable format for making sure that the best players rise to the top, because there's a lot more swingy due to the lower health and the lower deck sizes. And also not all of the Blitz heroes, certainly in my opinion and other people's opinions, are balanced as well as the CC heroes. So that does create some friction as well, which is just something to be aware of. I will say, however, that one of the things that you have to consider is that when we talk about variants and weeding out the top players, we are talking about skirmishes, armories, where there's only 3 to 4 rounds, right? With Swiss happening over a full day of a 2-day event, we are talking about a combined 15 rounds of Swiss before the cut to top 8, right? So you're talking about winning consistently over 15 rounds. That itself actually does serve to reduce the variability of the event. And I think that's very, very important to acknowledge here. Because a good player versus a bad player in like a 3-round Swiss event, you can lose a game due to variance. You can have a bad game. You can lose it and not win the tournament, especially if the cut is if the prize is just determined based on who wins on the final prize, right? But and this is very important, playing 10 rounds with that deck brings the best people to the top, because you might lose 1 game to consistency, but you can drop 3 and still have a 7-3 score and get into the top 64. And, then you can do another 5 rounds and be consistent again against these other really good players, or be KO and just roll high. And basically, I think my initial worry about Blitz has kind of been assuaged a bit by just seeing how many rounds they're willing to cram into day 1 just to make that Blitz come out and basically let the good players float to the top. So that is it. I mean, this is the announcement. I am super pleased to be taking part in this in terms of the competition. Super pleased that LSS has given me there. And I have one final piece of spice, which I, can't confirm the details about yet. But much as I was supposed to be going to the Utrecht calling to cast that event, I will also be attending Krakow, hopefully, just working out some of the details with LSS, but I want to announce it to you guys now, especially those of you who have stuck around through all of my talking through this video, that I will probably, most likely, I'm willing to agree to a lot of things to go and cast that event, attending the calling in Krakow in order to cast that event. So I will be there. Feel free to come up and say hello to me, and have a bit of a chat. And hopefully the coverage is going to be good. and it's going to be an amazing time. So, calling Krakow, 15th to 17th of April, Blitz constructed. Get that in your diaries. It is going to be huge. And remember, of course, as well, the skirmish season is happening just prior to this event. So there is going to be skirmishes happening in your local area to practice Blitz constructed. There is going to be, I know in the UK, we've got our calling, we've got our skirmish and our battle hardened happening in the Leeds weekend. And of course, once this is done, we are gearing up. We have a month until the Pro Tour New Jersey. My current plan is that I will be attending the Pro Tour New Jersey. I have working out a PTI, hopefully going to win one at the ProQuest. If not, I have a few friends I'm going to reach out to, see if I can sort something out. And I am very much intending to be at the ProQuest in New Jersey as well. So if you're not going to see me at the calling in Krakow, you can come up and meet me there. It's going to be sorry, let's not swear. It is going to be epic. I'm really excited and I can't wait. And don't forget, enter the competition. Tell me your favorite little story or anecdote, something about Poland. Shove it in there. I'll pick the best. I'll pick the top 3. I'll give out the prize for that. One fabled package for the calling in Krakow. Have a great week. I hope you're super hyped about this as well. Tell me how awesome this is. I think this is amazing.